In addition to the exchange commission case against the triple-top crypto exchange Coinbase, the Cryptocurrency Trade Association, CTTA, and another group are also aiming to have their say in the U.S. securities market. Legal documents obtained from the digital asset law website Coinbase reveal that the Blockchain Association and the Cryptography Law Organization have both asked the court for permission to file amicus briefs in the Ripple case. Coinbase has formally petitioned the SEC to engage in rulemaking for the U.S. digital asset industry so that market participants can have a better idea of what to expect in the future and avoid losses such as those that occurred in this matter in the absence of a regulatory framework governing digital assets, as argued by Ripple, a payments company based in San Francisco. Surprise enforcement operations like this one often face a reasonable notice defense, which the executive director of the Blockchain Association, Kristen Smith, has stated that the SEC's interpretation of securities laws poses the greatest threat to the future of this rapidly growing industry due to the SEC's continued regulation by enforcement pattern of punishing crypto companies without justification or warning. Indeed, this is the situation with Ripple, a cryptocurrency that has been at the center of a hack on the SEC dating back nearly 2 years. By law, the SEC cannot enforce their draconian vision for the whole crypto ecosystem through coercive action, such as in the case of a lawsuit charging that the crypto corporation failed to register the digital token as collateral. According to a recent ruling by U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres, Philip Goldstein, a managing member of Bulldog Investors and Investor Choice Advocates Network, can file amicus briefs. Ripple is backed by Icon, a public interest law firm that says it represents people it otherwise couldn't assist because of restrictions imposed by the Securities and Exchange Commission and the Impact Family Barriers Act. Torres also granted a request from a payment app based on the XRP ledger to do the same thing, namely, cash out early. In October, the judge determined that the jets were subject to tapping. That calls itself the Uber of private aircraft leases and wire transfers. An amicus curiae brief could be filed by a Remit Corporation as well. Holders of Ripple XRP, a digital asset created to allow cross-border payments, have begun to get the long-awaited benefit despite filings to support Ripple Labs at the SEC suing Ripple in late 2020, alleging that it issued XRP as an unregistered security. Flare. Ethereum and interoperability with networks. 1/15 of the FLR token supply has been distributed by the smart contract platform. To the extent that 2 XRP holders exist as of the 12th of December, 2020, please supply them. Kine predicts the remaining tokens will be distributed during the following 36 months. With a market valuation exceeding $500 million, Gecko FLR has outperformed all other existing crypto tokens in the past day, rising roughly 11%. There are several instances, such as Maker, DAO, and Curve Finance. As a key differentiation, CRV Flare touts what it calls a state connector, which enables blockchain smart contracts to process information from other sources like other chains and the wider web. In a more abstract sense, state connection accomplishes the same goal. Customers who already possess XRP on large centralized exchanges like Binance OKX, Kraken, and Bithumb are eligible for the airdrop, while it is notable that Coinbase is omitted from the list. Despite Flare's assurances, the handout won't come until the second quarter of 2023. There has been a heated debate going on in recent days between 2 prominent Fox Business journalists, anchor Charles Gasparino, and the Ripple XRP community. Gasparino said the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission of the United States. The SEC has valid reasons to pursue criminal charges against Ripple before FTX. It's worth noting that even Ripple's lawyer, Stuart Alderati, spoke out against the Bitcoinists' claims. Fox Business House, meanwhile, made it clear that he has no idea who will win the lawsuit, and even conceded that the judge's comments had suggested that she might side with Ripple at first, before the big SBF-FTX eruption. The victory of Ripple is significant for the entire cryptocurrency sector. In his most recent pair of tweets, Gasparino paints a gloomy picture of the future of the cryptocurrency market as a whole, and he offers his take on the potential fallout for the sector if the SEC prevails in its lawsuit against Ripple. Gasparina discussed the currency in a tweet. The community fears a massacre if Gary Gensler's plan to impose further regulation monitoring on the SEC succeeds and has an effect on virtually every business, including exchange trading. In order to accept Bitcoin, all coins must first become verified. Despite previous assertions to the contrary, Gasparino is not wholly alone in this. Ripple has often claimed that it is fighting for itself and the entire cryptocurrency industry to avoid unnecessary regulation. After Mina Gasparino of Ripple did some work, the SEC regulated the price of XRP to prevent further bullishness, which is significant for its expansion. The newest tweet related to the biggest. Reporter X stated that Coinbase, a major cryptocurrency exchange in the United States, has a secret plan to evade the SEC's regulatory crackdown. Despite the SEC's legal assault on digital assets, Coinbase told Fox Business it is planning to continue operating by having brokers facilitate trades. Registration as a security is the next logical step. Now that the SEC v. Ripple lawsuit has officially surfaced, the SEC to illustrate what a massacre in the cryptocurrency market may look like, the Fox News used coins other than Bitcoin to illustrate the scenario. For the sake of this discussion, a business host is not a. Looking back, however, clarifies why the SEC went to court against Ripple on December 22, 2020. In a single week, the cost fell by 68%. Even though Bitcoin and Ethereum have fallen 74.74% and 72.62%. As of January 7, 2018, XRP was trading at 3.40, 89.31% below its all-time high. As a result, XRP has had dismally low performance, and the XRP price forecast is not encouraging. The bulls may shoot for 40 cents or more, depending on the outcome of the legal proceedings. Of fact, the XRP community has seen a lot of reasons in support of the cryptocurrency Ripple's victory in a recent blog post, but the fight is still very difficult with the reverberations of Stuart Alderoty. The company's general counsel has stated that he anticipates a favorable resolution to the litigation by the second quarter of 2023. Yesterday's rally pushed XRP above the key barrier level of 35.6 cents. This sets us up to potentially assault the next barrier at 37.4 cents as soon as Thursday. Fox Business doesn't explain the massacre that occurred when the SEC sued Ripple on December 22, 2020. Bitcoin's price dropped by an average of $68 each week after that date. While Bitcoin and Ethereum are down 74.74% and 72.62% from their peaks, respectively, XRP is down 89.31%. Much lower than its record high of 3.40, set on January 7, 2018. That's why, despite the fact that XRP's performance is significantly worse than the results of, there is still a lot of animosity in the courtroom. I expected to see a lot of support for Ripple's success in the XRP community after my most recent blog article. During an earnings call with investors, Ripple's general counsel Stuart Alderoty said the company anticipates a win in the lawsuit by the second quarter of 2023. As of this writing, 1 XRP is worth 36.4% of that, or 36.4 cents. In light of today's growth, XRP has surpassed the key resistance level of 35.6 cents, which it had been struggling to surpass over the past few days. This creates an opportunity to launch an attack on the following opponent for 37.4 cents. If you have any opinions about the December CPI figures, please let us know as quickly as possible. Enter this thread and continue the discussion. Click the subscribe button if you want to receive updates. Button.